Hi everybody, I'm Tony Mesa with Tony Mesa Real Estate School. And in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain in detail the online real estate brokers course. So this is the full course you would take to get your Florida real estate broker's license. I'm going to explain the course that we offer and how it works. Now, before I start explaining the actual course itself, you're either watching this video on TonyMesaRealEstateSchool.com or you're watching this video on YouTube or somewhere else. And the idea is if you're watching it on YouTube, finish watching it until the end. But then when I mention in this video the course info page, the register and pay page, the FAQs page, the student login page, the contact us page, or the contact page, these are all pages on TonyMesaRealEstateSchool.com, right? Alrighty, so, and on the course info page, we have all the different courses that we offer in the various crams, okay? All right, so how does our online real estate brokers course work? You're gonna create an account for the actual online course itself, which is units you read, with practice questions at the end of the online units, and pretty much every online course out there includes that. The big difference with ours is you're gonna create account number 2 for the Real Estate Broker Exam Cram videos. And the Real Estate Broker Exam Cram videos, the name and the order of those videos corresponds to the name and the order of the online course units within the online course. So you watch, you're creating 2 accounts, right? You have your account for the actual course itself. You have a separate account for the videos. What do? You watch the videos where I explain unit number 1. Then you go to your online course and you read unit number 1. Then you watch the videos where I explain unit number 2. Then you read online unit number 2. Then you watch the videos where I explain unit number 3. Then you read unit number 3. And you're continuing in this manner, always watching the videos where I explain the stuff before you read that particular unit, right? Okay, so now I said you're going to have 2 different accounts, right? So if you decide to take the online brokers course with us, when you go to the register and pay page, you're going to see that when you select register and pay for the online brokers course, it's going to give you terms and conditions. You're going to read those carefully. Then it's going to have you create an account. Now, if you have already done the Sales Associate online course with us or the Sales Associate post-licensing online course with us, you already have an account created within our system for the online courses. You don't need to create a new account. You can just log into that existing account. But if you haven't done one of those courses with us before, then what happens is you do not have an account for the full for the online courses with us. Now, if you've done the Sales Associate Exam Cram videos to help you prepare and pass the Sales Associate State Exam, but not the full course with us, you do need to create an account, okay? So what happens is you're gonna have your account created for your online course, right? Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna create a separate account for the Real Estate Broker Exam Cram videos. 2 different accounts, right? On 2 different websites, right? And you should bookmark both of those websites. By that I just mean that different internet browsers allow you to save the different pages. But look, I mean, when you go to TonyMesaRealEstateSchool.com and you go to student login, you're going to be able to click on Broker Exam Cram videos, log into the Broker Exam Cram videos, and if you forget how to log into your online course, if you go to TonyMesaRealEstateSchool.com and you go to the FAQs page, that's the frequently asked questions page. I have a question there that explains how it is that you log into the actual online course, right? All right, so 2 different accounts, right, that you have. And you're always watching the videos where I explain a unit before you read each unit. How much is our online brokers course currently? It is $320. That is the current price. If you go to the course info page and you see a slightly different price, that just means I changed the price. But right now that I'm filming this video, it's $320. What does that include? That includes the course itself with the units you read, and it also includes the 2 attempts at the end of class exam. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. It includes the videos, the Broker Exam Cram videos. I've also included with the Broker Exam Cram videos a copy of the Sales Associate Outline. And the reason I have a copy of the Sales Associate Outline with the Broker Exam Cram videos is somewhere around 40-45 of the questions you have on your broker state exam are really material from the Sales Associate course. So that Sales Associate outline is a good thing for you to read before you go take your broker state exam, except for the chapter on legal descriptions. I have that there in the notes. The legal description chapters, don't read that because that's not tested on the broker state exam. But it's been very helpful for the state exam as a supplement. Okay, what is not included with the 320? The book, the textbook. When you go to the register and pay page of TonyMesaRealEstateSchool.com and you go to the online real estate brokers course, you'll see that I give you the name of the book and the edition of the book, right? Here's my recommendation. Watch the videos where I explain unit number 1, then read online unit number 1. And finish online, do the practice questions at the end, finish online unit number 1. Watch the videos where I explain unit number 2, then read online unit number 2. Watch the videos where I explain unit number 3, then read online unit number 3. By the time you finish unit number 3, you're going to know if you should buy the book, yes or no. As long as, if you're logged into our online course, there's a bookstore, you can buy it through there. But as long as it's the right book and the right edition, it doesn't matter where you buy it. If there's another place online that you want to buy, you can buy it there, because that's not officially part of the course. The book is not mandatory. Here's one of the key pieces of advice with any online course. Each day at least a little bit. So let's say that today you have a lot of time. If today you have a lot of time, watch all the videos for a unit and then read that entire unit. And maybe you have enough time where you could even start to watch the videos for the next unit and read the next unit. So what about if you have very little time today, do at least a little bit, right? So days that you don't have that much time, if you do at least a little bit, before you know it, you'll finish the course, but that's one of the key things. Every day a little bit. So let's say today you have very little time, watch at least one of the videos. The next day, watch the next video. Or if you're in the reading, read the next 20 pages, right? And then keep reading the day after that. But each and every day, do a little bit. That's the way to get the course done. You are able to repeat videos, you are able to reread the units, right? So that is something that you're going to be able to do, okay? And rereading, we're going to talk about the summary pages at the end, near the end of the online units. That's something that's recommended. Okay, so you finished all of the units, and there's a 100-question practice exam. Before you do that 100-question practice exam, when you finish all of the units, you will have not finished watching all of the videos where I explain the stuff. So when you log into the broker exam cram videos, you're going to see there are a bunch of videos on page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, and page 5. Watch all the videos until the end, right? So when you finish with the last unit in the online course before you take the practice exam, what I want you to do is I want you to finish watching all the videos, page 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Then you're going to take that 100-question practice exam. When you take that 100-question practice exam, pretend like you're taking your course final exam. Your course final exam is timed. You have exactly 3 hours. So give yourself exactly 3 hours and then review the questions you missed, analyze the questions you missed, right? Okay, so now you've finished all of the units, all of the videos where I explain the stuff. You've taken the 100-question practice exam, you've analyzed it. What should you do before you take your end of course final exam? You should go back and reread the summary pages near the end of each online unit. And when you reread those summary pages, let's say hypothetically you read the summary page for unit number 8 and you say, I really get this, I understand this, great. Let's say you reread the summary page for unit number 9 and you say to yourself, wow, there's a lot of stuff here I don't remember. Then take the time to reread that actual unit, the text of that unit, right? And what some students will do is some students will take and print out the summary pages from the end of each online unit, or maybe copy and paste those summary pages into a document from the end of each online unit, right? And then read it. And then some students, what they'll do is the units where the summary pages, where there's more stuff they don't remember, they'll go back and they'll reread those units, and as they're rereading those units, they'll copy and paste or take notes on just the things they're not remembering. That's a good way to kind of fill in the blanks on what you're not remembering as clearly, okay? Alrighty, so what about the final exam? It's 3 hours, it is timed. Make sure you have a good internet connection. I recommend you're on a computer, on a very stable device with a very stable internet connection. If your Wi-Fi is flaky, plug into the wall. Make sure you have a good internet connection, because once you start taking that exam, that counts as a try, okay? All right, so it counts as an attempt, right? So you're going to take your end of course final exam online, right? If you're doing the course at home, you're make sure that you have 3 hours where you could really concentrate and focus, because it is exactly 3 hours, and you need to score a 70 to pass. Okay, so what happens when a student passes that end of course final exam? I send the student an information verification email. The student replies to that information verification email. I then send the student a completion report. That completion report you need to take with you to the state exam. When should you, what happens is you should already have your approval at that point to take your state exam. One of my general pieces of advice is when you're halfway through this course, apply for your license at the latest, right? You can apply earlier to the state and get fingerprinted earlier, but when you're halfway through this course at the latest, apply and get fingerprinted, because you already want to have that approval email so that when you finish the course, you're able to just go take your state exam quickly. But here's what happens. You pass your end of class exam. Don't schedule your state exam until you've passed your end of class exam. You pass your end of class exam, I send you that information verification email. If you reply to it very quickly, then I do the completion report faster. If it takes you a day or two, it takes me longer to do the completion report. It usually, as a rule of thumb, about 3 business days from beginning to end. From the day you pass your end of class exam to when I send you the information verification email, you reply, and then I send you the completion report you're going to take with you to the state exam. Okay, what about if you fail that first end of class exam? Here's what Florida law says in the rules. You can either wait at least 30 days without having to repeat the course and take a different version of the end of class exam, and we do not charge for that second version of the end of class exam. So that is what most students do that do not pass the end of class exam the first time. They're going to wait the 30 days. Or, look, Florida law says you could take a new course from scratch. So it doesn't happen a lot, but I've had maybe once or twice where a student has not passed the end of class exam the first time and has called me up and they said, can I pay for a brand new course? And then when I finish that new course, can I take that end of class exam? The answer is yes. It's a distinct, separate course. And I give those students a partial refund. But again, usually what happens if you don't pass your end of class exam the first time, you want to wait the 30 days and study. And what you want to do is you want to contact us, right? So one of the things is if somebody takes their end of class final exam the first time and does not pass it, go to the contact page, reach out to us. We need to help you analyze how you study, so 30 days later you could take that end of class exam, right? And there is no charge for that second end of class exam. What if somebody fails it a second time, okay? Again, this does not happen a lot, but it's happened, right? It's happened a handful of times. Somebody fails that second end of class exam, now they have to repeat the entire course. It's the same course they just did, unless the version just got modified slightly. But it is a brand new course. You're rereading all those units, going through everything again. And, my advice is if that does happen to somebody out there, you want to just do it very quickly without letting time go by. Approximately, what happens if a student has to do a brand new course, whether it's they failed the first end of class exam, they don't want to wait the 30 days and they're going to do a brand new course, or whether it's they failed the second end of class exam and they're going to do a brand new course, the student pays the $320 again, that's the current price right now, and then we give them, it's a discount of about half of the price on that new course, approximately. At that point in time, we have to make a determination of the exact amount, okay? All right, so obviously this is worst case scenarios, right? The whole goal is for you to pass your end of class exam the first time and then pass your state exam the first time and get everything done. One of the key things is read the units carefully when you're reading, okay? All right, now, what about when you go to register and pay, you will see on the register and pay page there's terms and conditions. Please read those terms and conditions very carefully. If you read those terms and conditions really carefully and there's anything that you're confused or not sure about, before you register and pay, go to the contact page and reach out to us and ask us the question, right? All right, now remember, you're going to have 2 accounts. You're going to have one account for the actual course itself. Some of you have already done the Sales Associate course with me or the Sales Associate Post-Licensing course with me. You already have an account. You're going to log into your existing account. Some of you have not done those courses with me. You don't have an account. You're going to create a new account. Again, if you used my Exam Cram videos by themselves before, that is not an account for the online course, and you do need to create an account. And all of you taking your first course with me, you're going to create a new account, right? You're going to create a new account and then pay for the course, right? And then you're going to create account number 2 for the broker Exam Cram videos. You're going to have 2 different accounts, right? And again, what are you doing? You're always watching the videos where I explain this stuff before you read that particular unit. It really makes a big difference in terms of understanding the stuff, right? Okay, very briefly about myself. I first got a real estate license in New Jersey when I was in college. I graduated from Rutgers College, and then I graduated from Harvard Law School, and I was admitted to practice law in New York. I practiced law in New York for a bit, then I moved down to Florida. I'm admitted to the bar in Florida, practiced law down in Florida for a few years, and then opened up a real estate brokerage that I grew to 140 sales associates, had a loan business for a while, had a real estate school for many years, and did a bunch of expert witness work in court and different real estate matters. Today I'm what's called a broker associate. I have my broker's license with another brokerage. So I still actively broker transactions, but my primary focus is this school. So my goal is to help you guys complete your courses, pass your state exam. That's the goal, okay? And we're here to help. If you have any questions at all, go to the contact page And everybody, thank you and have a great one. Take care.